Hi everyone, Colleen Stanley with Sales Leadership. Here's the question of the week. How good is your sales team at failing? You know, we've all heard the phrase, you learn more from your failures than your successes. But here's what's kind of puzzling. I get into a lot of corporate offices and I have seen a lot of success walls. You know, the ones I'm talking about, vendor of the year, supplier of the year, company of the year, entrepreneur of the year, salesperson of the year. But I have yet to see a failure wall. And I imagine it might look like something saying, got outsold by XYZ company, here's the 3 lessons we learned. Or had service failures after the sales, but here's the 5 steps we put in to improve the process. So the reality is sometimes sales organizations aren't walking the talk. They're advocating success, but not advocating failure. As a result, they're creating risk-averse sales culture, which can impede sales growth. Because, let's face it, sales is a risky business. As you're growing a company, you're going to have to take risk. Sometimes you have to go into new markets where you have no connections or contacts. Sometimes you have to call on those bigger opportunities that have bigger suits, bigger desks, bigger titles, bigger conversations. And sometimes it's as simple as selling new lines of business. But this can be risky because salespeople don't know the questions they're going to be asked, the spoken objections, unspoken objections, so they default to safe behaviors, avoiding risk to avoid failure. Sales managers, what can you do to have your team really embrace risk-taking and embrace failure? Well, number 1, include failure coaching in your daily and weekly sales conversations. When a deal doesn't get across the finish line, empathize and acknowledge the disappointment. Then ask the 2 powerful coaching questions. What's the lesson learned here? And number 2, how will these lessons serve you better on your next sales conversation, your next sales opportunity? Failure is a great teacher. Sales managers, teach your teams how to fail well, fail fast, and fail forward. I'm Colleen Stanley, President of Sales Leadership. Thanks for joining me today.